What up, guys? Good morning or good afternoon to you. I'm in Guilin, China. The weather is very nice. It's not hot, it's not cold, it's just the right temperature. It's autumn. Feels good because I know in Vietnam right now it's fucking hot as fuck. So it's good to know. It's good to feel the temperature of Europe. And mind you guys, actually right now it's noon. Yeah, that's, you hear that? That's what I want to talk about in this video. So this is something I want to talk about. There are a few things I noticed when I came here. I noticed and I want to talk about them. It's the etiquette, right? It's the manners. Alright, so 4 or 3 things that Chinese people do that if you come from Europe, if you come from the West, you will find disgusting, you will find inappropriate. Number 1 is gonna be the spitting. Spitting by itself is not bad, it's not the bad thing. It depends. But making very loud and very disgusting noises when you spit, like that's something we don't do, right? That's something like really disgusting. That is something I can't get used to. I feel like even if I live here for like 10 years, I would never get used to that because the sound is just too disgusting, you know. And the worst is when you hear girls that do that, women. When you hear women that do this kind of noises, the girl can be dressed very nice. She can have makeup. She can look sophisticated, you know. She can be pretty and all, but she's gonna make some homeless ass sound like to spit, and every Westerners will instantly lose any interest for a girl like this because it's just disgusting, right? If even us men we don't do that, we can't let the girl do that, right? It makes no sense. So this is number 1, the spitting with the loud noise. Of course, the spitting is okay by itself, but these guys, they do it way too much. Like the frequency of them spitting is crazy. It's like I think I read a bit about this on internet. They think it's about, they think the saliva is bad for the health, which is bullshit. It's not bad for the health, obviously. So that's number 1. Number 2, well, it's most countries, I mean most non-diverse countries, I would say it's the staring, right? If you look different from them, they're gonna stare at you. And if you're like me, like you don't care if it's a girl, right? If it's a cute girl, like you can stare at me, right? No problem with that. But if you're a man, you have no business staring at me. Like, what do you want from me? Why you stare? What's the point here? If you stare at me when you are a man, it means 2 things. 1, you are gay, you are faggot, and I have no business with you. Number 2, you wanna fight, right? That's the only reason men stare at each other. So decide which one of them are you. And usually, if the guy doesn't look like a faggot, because you can see it on the face, right? Usually, you can see it. If the guy doesn't look like a faggot, then I'm gonna stare back, right? I'm gonna be like this. What do you want? As long as he don't turn the eyes, I'm gonna stare at him, right? I'm gonna be like this all the way till he stops staring. If the guy looks like a faggot, I'm not gonna make eye contact because I've been approached already by guys, by gay people that ask me if I want a blowjob. Yeah, for real. Gay people, right? Because here I'm attractive, right? So of course they're gonna come at me and all. So I try to not look at them. I try, of course, never smile at. If you smile at a gay guy, these guys know, and they're gonna take advantage of you. These guys know that you are too like cringed of them. You are too scared of them to like touch them or something. Anyway, so that's the staring. The staring is very bad here. And if you are black guy, it's gonna be even worse, right? Because you're gonna stick out way more. Personally, I'm 1m79. I'm not white, so my hair is black, my hair is black. And yeah, I'm more handsome than most men here. But still, generally, if you don't really look at my face, you're not gonna see that I'm a foreigner. It's not gonna appear so much. But if you are white or you are black, then the people are gonna stare. They're gonna stare a lot. So the staring. Number 3 will be what is number 3 again? Yeah, driving on the sidewalk. You can see right on the video. The driving on the sidewalk is very savage. It's very obnoxious. Look, she's coming straight into me. She's not even trying to go left. No. The girl is coming straight in my ass. What the fuck are you doing? And the problem here, it's not like in Vietnam, because in Vietnam they do it too, right? Of course they do it too in Vietnam. It's more savage. But in Vietnam, at least, they have gas motorbikes, and they make noise, so you can hear them coming, right? You can look behind, you can avoid them. But here, the mopeds are electric. So the problem is, these motherfuckers will scare you because they come silently, you can't hear them. So now your fate is between their hands, right? Because I like to control my life, I like to control my fate. So I'm not gonna trust who comes behind me, right? If I hear a sound, I'm gonna look behind. That's what responsible men should do, right? They should not delegate their lives or their security to the other people. No, I don't know you. I don't know if you know how to drive. I don't know if you took a substance or not. But the electric bikes, they come and you can't hear them until the last moment, right? Until they're on your eye vision. So it's very bad. I don't like this. Of course, I don't like this. So that's number 3. The driving is very bad. I'm trying to look for other. Oh, yeah, we talked about bad manners. So, what else they do? Oh yeah, of course. The queue. When you wait to pay for something or to buy something, they will have no problem just to overtake you. You are waiting here, and they will come right in front of you. They don't care about this. But I feel like it's not only China, of course. Vietnam was like this. These guys come from hunger times, right? They feel like they need to be aggressive about these things, or it's just their mentality. Oh, look at the car, look at the bike, very nice. I mean, it's a 650. Okay, obviously it's Chinese, so. But yeah, the bike looks good. The bikes and the cars of China, they have good design to them. I like them. So yeah, that's something they do that I don't respect. I despise a lot. when I wait and the people they just straight up come in front of me. Of course I'm not gonna tell it to them, right? I'm not gonna tell it to them most of the time. But it's something I despise, and most of the time when they do that, I'm gonna give them a nasty look. I'm gonna look at them like they are shit, right? Sometimes they notice, right? Okay, Tim. Sometimes they notice, and when they notice, usually they're like, oh, sorry, or like, you can go. And I'm like, what? Why you should wait for me to treat you like shit, to behave correctly? You can't be a human, no? You can't just behave correctly by your own. You have to be beaten by the stick. You have to be beaten to behave like a normal human being, right? We need to go in the mud together for you to behave like a human. That is very sad. That is something that breaks your mood, you know, when it happens. You can be happy and all, but people like you, like these, they drag you down. And then of course you need to go down, right? You can't just act like nothing happened because you see it, right? And you come from another culture. So for you, it's like you've been disrespected. So you need to do something about it, right? If you're not a victim, you're gonna feel the need to deal with that. And of course, now you're not in the same mood. Your energy has been disturbed, right? But since these guys, they don't come from the same world as us, they see nothing wrong about doing these things. And that is sad. That is sad. And fortunately, I think it's changing. Yeah, I think this is changing, so it's good. But yeah, that's number 4, I think. And so far, I think that's it. Oh yeah, no, that's not it. Number 5. Number 5 is, so you know in the animal world, if you take dogs for example, the smaller the dog is, usually is gonna bite the louder, right? That's something that happens with humans too. Not only with dogs, not only with other animals. So with them, what do they do? Again, when I say them, it's not all. It's most of them, I would say. It's the general behavior. So they're gonna speak very loudly. They're gonna be very loud, you know? They are very loud, and this is something that just we Westerners were not used to that. This is aggressive, of course it's aggressive. For them it's normal. But for us, we don't like this, and we don't agree with that. So this is like the number 5. They talk very loud. They just fuck up your ears, you know, for no reason. Especially the grandmothers. You know, it's funny because it's always the weakest ones that do be. The weakest ones are the most savage, as always. I don't know why. They are the most aggressive. So the grandmothers, they do be screaming as fuck. Number 6 is gonna be like behaving with the hands. Oh, now that I see it, I forgot, but I just saw it, so I'm gonna talk about it. First, number 6 is the way they deal with their children. So, just like Vietnamese, so far, from what I can see on the south of China, right, the province I'm here, in Quilin, they have actually no control about the children. The children are just let go wild in the street. These guys don't give a fuck. And it's very sad. It's very disrespectful. Yeah, so the children, they scream very loudly. They rape your ears. They walk. They don't look where they go. because they know adults are not gonna be are gonna complain or beat them or something, because you know a lot of children they know these things, but again it's the mechanic, you know. If the guy see that you don't interfere, they don't see any repercussions for your behavior, of course he's gonna do it again, right? And that's exactly what they do. When they see that the children, they see the adults don't hold them accountants for their behaviors, well, they do that shit. They walk, they cut you from walking. They don't care, and yeah, that's not something good. The parents should control their children, you know. They should keep them close to them, you know, close, like hold the hand of the children. Don't let them go wild like dogs. These are human beings. You educate them, right? That's how they learn the respect. They learn to become man, right? Not spoiled. So keep them close to you. Don't let them disturb the other people, because for me, I didn't fuck your wife, right? I didn't have the pleasure to fuck your wife, so I shouldn't have to educate your children, right? It makes sense. I wasn't here when you fucked your wife, right? So why should I be here to educate your children? It makes no sense, right? And I don't want to do it. I'm not a guy that have passions with that. Most of the time I'm not in the mood, right? Okay, sometimes okay, I can be like, oh hey you, no, don't do that, don't do this. But most of the time, no, I'm not gonna do that, you know. I don't have the energy. I'm a schizo guy, you know. I don't care about this. So yeah, like yesterday, for example, I was shopping at this convenience store, and in front of me, just like the father with the children, you know. So the father with the children, he's laughing at the children doing bullshit in the store, you know. He's laughing like a retard. Good. No, it's not good. You need to educate you, and it's a boy, you know. He needs to be educated even more. So this guy is just laughing at him doing bullshit, you know. And the kid, I see the kid, I know where he's going. He's trying to come to me, you know, with the cart, you know. He's trying to push me on, but the parent, he see that, right? The father, he see that. He don't care, right? I see that. I don't smile. I don't laugh, you know. Usually most people here, like the locals, they would laugh, right? They would laugh at this, or they would smile. But since I'm not like that, right? I impose myself. I'm not a victim, right? I see these guys, they are like, I see these children coming with the cart. I'm looking like this. I'm waiting, right? I'm waiting for him to touch me, so I can, like, I'm gonna hold the parents, the father. I'm gonna say, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Hold it. Oh, cute doggo. So I see it coming, but the father, I see in my eyes that I'm not like the others. Of course, you see I'm different, the face. So now he takes the kids before the kid hit me, right? Because he felt I wasn't going to let it slide, and that's how you should deal with the parent, with the kids, right? Or what they do usually, they let them go wild. They let them play with anything, and when they do something bad, yeah, number 7 is gonna come. I just saw it again. When they do something bad, now they scold them very aggressively, right? They scream, but it's too late, you know. You Education is prevention. It's not punishment. He's not a dog. He's an adult. He's a children. He's a human, right? So don't wait until he does something bad to yell and scream and do this kind of shit. Because now you disturb the other people too, right? But why the fuck is so much noise? I mean, Sunny. Now you disturb the other adults, right? The adults, they are like, oh, it's good. Maybe I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna come here. Chinese, they got some good clothes though. So far, I think the clothes of China are way better than the clothes of Vietnam. I like, in the taste wise, they're much better. So yeah, don't wait for the kids to do bad things, to come and scold them and do this fucking hypocrisy. We know you don't give a fuck. We know that you yell at your kids just because he did something bad. So come on. Have some respect for you and for your kids. Educate him. So number 7, I do that, I just have one hand, so. Number 7 is gonna be the walking and the driving, right? Basic traffic rules. You walk on the right? You walk on the right of the alley, right? So these guys, most of the time when it's very busy, no, even if the street is like full, it's like, I mean empty, if it's full, I could understand, even if not really, but I could understand. But when the street is not full at all, and I see a guy coming in my lane in the right, it's just something that is tiring, you know. It happens one time, okay, 2 times, okay, but it keeps happening, you know, it keeps happening. And now, when the guy comes right, and you are walking right, then you need to do the zigzag, right? You are the one going out of your way to avoid them, right? Because here's the thing, if it happens one time, it's okay. But if you let them, if they come and you change your lane, you're gonna find yourself every time changing your lane. Because these guys, they're gonna keep coming, right? A baby is coming, a kid is coming on your right, and then you end up doing that. The street is empty, mind you. The street is empty, but you are doing that like a retard. So don't do that. If a guy comes in front of you, you don't move. You keep walking. Because you're the alpha male, you know? And if the guy doesn't move, then you hurt him, right? You hurt him. You show him that, bro, I'm on my lane, you move, right? I'm not supposed to move for you, right? And this is something that happens, like, you need to impose yourself, you know? That's not something that can be done the first time. You need to practice this. Usually, you see him far, right? I'm a guy with a brain. If I'm not in my lane, I see far, and then I move, right? I don't wait. It's not as fuck there. I don't wait for the few meters to move, right? It's normal, right? I prevent the shit from coming, right? But no, the retarded people, they are not like this, usually. And this is not something only in China, right? It's not something of the third world country. This is something that happens in my country, in France too. I saw that happen. Like the people will wait. They will wait for the last moment. They wait for the last moment to like change the way, you know. They can't see far from here, and then, no, I'm not in my lane, I will move. No, he needs to wait, and this is the best case, right? He needs to wait till the last moment, and then he's gonna change the lane, right? If he does, because some people don't even change the lane, you know, and even women, you know, even women. And they come at you and they straight up hit you. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Like, walk like a human being, right? It's not difficult. You drive right, I drive right, and then we don't hit each other. Why is that difficult to do? Why is that a difficult thing to do? I don't understand. So that's something that they do, and like behaved people don't do, right? So number 8 would be the gesture. So whenever the people talk, sometimes usually it's against the grandmother, right? The woman. They move their hands way out of their reach, you know. Like they do be like, oh da 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 da, you know. And when you walk, you see a finger coming like this. Whoa, what the fuck? Why are you coming so close to me, you know? And again, this is my safe space, you know. You're not supposed to enter my safe space with your hands. So again, how do I react? Because I protect my safe space, right? Like any man should do. If I see a finger coming up, I push it, right? I don't let the finger come, no. Luckily it never happened yet. But just something that I don't understand. I saw a video on internet about a police guy, mind you. A guy from police that let this shit happen. Like the woman, she was like angry about him. So she was like scolding him or something. She was saying things in Vietnamese, so I don't understand. But she was moving her hands so close to his face, like, oh, you, this kind of thing. Let me tell you, that's not something that happens in the West. In the West, men are manly, right? And when you are manly, you control your safe space. You don't let a hand come so close to you. It happens one time, boom. And I tell her, listen, woman, don't get your hands close to me. It's an aggression, right? My safe space is here. You shouldn't let anybody go close to your safe space. So that's something they do, and the reverse knife. So yeah, I think that's basically it for the bad manners, for the bad etiquette. So let me know if you have any other ones. If you think I'm wrong for this or not. I don't think I'm wrong. I think these are common sense. I know it's manners from the West, from Europe, but still there has some logical explanation behind this, you know. These manners are just not made for no reason. Like, I don't know. Oh fuck, I forgot one. Number 9. The yawning, right? The yawning. When they yawn, they don't put their hands. Sorry, it's noisy right now. So when they yawn, they don't put their... Bro, these bitches wait for me to come to talk with their mic. Fuck them. Fuck them. 爱时尚，爱扣底，扣底精装，新品上市，全场30周年庆，新款多多，优惠好多，可今天有个死在那里，那不就So, yeah. So when you yawn and you don't put your hand in front of your mouth, like, by itself, it's not wrong, you know. I mean, there's nothing like, there's no virus that's gonna come out, right? It's just air. So itself, it's not like coughing or something. But it looks bad, you know. You just look ugly as fuck when you do that, you know. And again, for men, it's not ideal, but I wouldn't really mind, you know. We are men, right? But for women, nah, it's weird. When they do that, as a woman, when women do that, same. I lose interest for them, you know. Like, why you don't put your hand in front of your mouth? You look like a retard when you do that. You look ugly, you know. I don't want to see your teeth. It looks bad, right? The only time I want to see a woman's mouth with the mouth open is when she sucks my dick. Otherwise, I don't care. Anyway. Yeah, that's it. So, I don't look where I go. I expect the guy in front to turn away. How is that a normal behavior, you know? Be an adult, you know, don't walk in front of me and then you move at the last moment. Who does that? Like, makes no sense. Yeah, like, oh, you know, about the staring too. About the staring. So, in Vietnam they stare at you, right? But in Vietnam, like, they're gonna stare at you and they're gonna smile, right? They're gonna smile. So it's okay, like, you know it's friendly. Here, they stare at you and they're like this. What? What? Why you look at me like, I don't know, bro. Anyway, peace out.